Look what I just got here.
Alright, what's up YouTube? Your boy Crypto Tone coming at ya with another video, guys. So Elon Musk, Bitcoin has quite brilliant structure. Paper money is going away. I couldn't agree more with this guy. As you guys know, this is the man over here. He's a big proponent for Bitcoin, created Tesla, philanthropy, the whole nine. I mean, this guy's a great dude, and he's got a lot of good things to say. So let's see what he has to say in this article and see why he thinks paper money's going away, just like I do, and just like I'm sure everybody does, because I mean, where do you really use paper money anymore, right? Technology entrepreneur and Tesla CEO Elon Musk said that Bitcoin's BTC structure is quite brilliant, and the digital currency is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. I mean, yeah, you can go from point A to point B across borders with no issue, right? That's the key right there. Musk made his remarks during an interview on advisory services firm ARK Invest podcast on February 19th. In response to a question about whether Bitcoin becomes the only native cryptocurrency of the internet, Musk said that the Bitcoin structure was quite brilliant, and that he thinks that one of the downsides of crypto is that computationally it's quite energy insensitive. So there have to be some kinds of constraints on the creation of crypto, but it's very energy intensive to create the incremental Bitcoin at this point. So I don't really know if he's talking about, I believe he's talking about proof of work. We don't see a lot of new proof of work coins coming out. Majority of the new coins coming out are proof of stake, which definitely saves a lot of energy. So humans have kind of figured out already how to make crypto better than before. Now, I was watching that video with Rand Nooner last night. I pretty much watched the whole thing. Craig Wright was on there, complete dirtbag, rude as hell. But before that, they had a conference that Rand Nooner was at, and they were basically talking about how every other token is pretty much garbage for the most point. Now, I don't agree with that, because I think tokens are necessary in ecosystems to create incentives or incentivizations. The thing is, the only crypto out there on the planet, for whatever reason, that's decentralized 100% is Bitcoin. Because A, no one knows who created it, and B, supposedly no one controls it, although Craig Wright technically says that he controls the 1 million Bitcoin that are in that one wallet that's never moved. Nobody knows. Even if it's not him, where? Of course it's not him, but I'm saying whoever it is that has that wallet is the central body that could pretty much annihilate the entire market. If that wallet were to move, people would probably go crazy. So I believe it was created just to kind of make it seem like it's decentralized. You make it seem like it's a ghost. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still, there are still central bodies. You have miners that control a monopoly on Bitcoin and whatnot, and you also have this wallet that's never moved that can pretty much tank the entire market. So there's no real way to decentralize anything out there. Why a Bitcoin after Bitcoin hasn't come out is beyond me. Monero, Dash, Litecoin, all of these other coins that have come out came out and they have a CEO. We know who owns them. We know what wallets are what. We know there's X amount of Litecoin or Monero in what particular wallet or whatnot. So it's centralized. They're all centralized at the end of the day. But they were saying that, you know, the ecosystems don't need a token and this, that, and the third for the most part. I don't really agree with that. I think that the new ecosystems that are coming out that are going to be rewarding users, that's huge, guys. That's huge. And it has real world value and you can just sell it for US dollar. That's pretty big. So I think we need to look at crypto as a whole. We can't just look and say Bitcoin is the only one. There's other tokens out there that are going to be big. So there have to be some constraints on the creation of crypto, but it's very energy intensive to create the incremental Bitcoin at this point. On this note, Musk stressed that it would not be a good use of Tesla resources to get involved in crypto. We're really just trying to accelerate the advance of sustainable energy. Musk continued saying that cryptocurrency bypasses currency controls. Paper money is going away, and crypto is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper, for sure. So again, if you're I agree with that statement 100%, but let's just use a digital US dollar for the most part, which is what we use with our bank. You can move that money throughout the United States, everywhere, whoever's got the app or whatnot, you're on their system, you can get everything from point A to point B. But of course, with crypto, all you need is the internet. You could be anywhere in the world. It's just like an email. You send it over and it's there. So how awesome is that, guys? You can't get any better than that. And that's just that has to be the future. I mean, it's coming into this. We're coming into this new age where people want shit fast, and we're coming into this age where everybody's on the internet. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You're doing business with somebody else that's on the internet in some other foreign land. Just like things like Alibaba that came out. Alibaba is humongous. People want to buy things off Alibaba, including myself. Why? Because it's 10 times cheaper than going to it's like 10 times cheaper than going to Walmart. I mean, like, who would ever think that, right? Like, how could you get any cheaper than Walmart? I didn't think you could, but you can with Alibaba. Yeah, they have merchant accounts set up and things like that, but let's just say you wanted to do a big deal in China and buy a lot of this stuff in bulk, bring it back to the United States, do it yourself. You're going to want to use crypto, guys, unless they have that whole system set up. But if it's over $10,000, they're going to get hit with a hefty fee. And nobody really wants to get hit with a hefty fee. Now, we spoke about yesterday insurance with BitGo for crypto. These things are coming, guys, so it's going to get a lot easier. People are going to be able to insure crypto and whatnot. And once that happens, it could take a couple of years down the line where we see it really come to fruition. But once it happens, people are going to feel more comfortable sending crypto across overseas over the internet or whatnot, just based on the pure fact that they'll be able to feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Right now, if you use crypto, you can't get your money back if you get screwed. If I send my Bitcoin to X person and this person doesn't send it back, send the item, I can't call nobody, you know? Last February, Musk tweeted that he owned 0.25 BTC. He noted in the same tweet that apart from the 0.25 BTC a friend had given to him many years ago, he literally owns zero cryptocurrency. Wow, that's kind of a shocker that he owns nothing. Previously, major industry players also argue that Bitcoin occupies a unique place as a store of value or digital gold. Mike Novogratz, a former Goldman Sachs partner and founder of crypto merchant bank Galaxy Digital, said that Bitcoin is going to be digital gold. So yesterday we went over that, or was it 2 days ago? We basically went over that video that he said that, and yeah, I agree because again, it's decentralized, right? No one knows who created it. There's that wallet that hasn't moved. People feel warm and fuzzy about that. But then there's other people that don't feel warm and fuzzy about the fact that we don't know who the hell created it, right? So where was I here? So Bitcoin is going to be digital gold, a place where you have sovereign money. It's not U.S. money. It's not Chinese money. It's sovereign. Sovereignty costs a lot, and it should. So I agree. It's sovereign money. No one knows, like I said, we don't know if U.S. created it and it's U.S. money. We don't know if it's Chinese money and the Chinese created it, right? We can't really say one or another. So there's that uncertainty there, in my opinion. Bitcoin is currency. There's no other use case for it. Things like Tron, things like Ethereum, all these other coins that are out there, they're coins within an ecosystem, basically utility tokens. They have use. That's why I still think that these things are going to be big, because they do have use within an ecosystem, okay? That ecosystem could have central bodies, but there's ways to mitigate that, like with EOS having block producers and Tron having super representatives that actually reward people like myself who stake Tron, and they can earn Tron every day. Like I earn Tron tokens every day just having my HODL portfolio, you know, on a Tron wallet, and that equates to, I don't know, $1,000 to $2,000 a year in dividends, maybe. But you know, at the same time, I'm gonna HODL anyway. I might as well HODL on a Tron wallet, and you know, I could just earn tokens that way. Vote for super representatives who I think are going to keep the ecosystem moving. That's the whole point of the super representative campaign. So, Twitter co-founder and CEO Jack Dorsey, who is well known for his conviction that Bitcoin will become the native currency of the internet, said earlier this month that Bitcoin feels it's the one that wants to be the currency the most, versus others that are doing more general purpose things or distributed computing. Think the altcoin space has generated some really amazing ideas, but I'm focused on the currency and the transactional aspect. So this is why I tell everybody to diversify, and this is not financial advice, but Bitcoin is used completely as currency. That's just what it is, like I just mentioned. And the altcoins all have a utility case behind it. And whether you want to believe it or not, you could sit here and say they're all shit tokens and this, that, and the third, but tokenizing things within an ecosystem is going to incentivize average people to get into crypto, to earn tokens so that they can go ahead and sell them on the open market. There's a lot of them out there that are coming out. You know, obviously Tron with BitTorrent. We spoke about Theta Coin earlier. You know, live streaming for people that play video games and earn tokens that way. You might be laughing right now, but guys, go look at the gaming industry for online gaming. It's massive. I mean, I never thought either. I was like, yeah, gaming, fuck that. Let me tell you something. Gaming is massive. There's a lot of money behind it, and it's probably going to be even bigger when you tokenize it. I don't care what anybody says. So, you know, definitely at the end of the day, Bitcoin is completely currency, completely decentralized and whatnot. And the other tokens are really just utility tokens that will or do have use case. That's just the way I look at it. So, good article here with Elon Musk's words in it. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this. Do you think he's right? Do you think it's ridiculous that he only owns a quarter of a Bitcoin? I do. So, with that being said, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, holla at you.